Happy Monday, everyone. Today on Meg's Minute, I really wanted to talk about renting versus buying. I have a rental listing right now and get a bunch of calls about wanting to rent, and it's a $2,000 rental amount. So the first question on my mind is, why aren't you buying? You're paying $2,000 in someone else's mortgage. What is your situation? How can I help educate you? And a lot of these people, they have a really different misconception about what it means to buy, how much you need to put down for a down payment. You don't need 20% down for a down payment. So if you have 20% down, that takes you out of having PMI, private mortgage insurance. So it's an extra fee every single month that would be on your mortgage payment. So if you don't have 20% down, there's a lot of different programs. The minimum for an FHA loan is 3.5% down, and then the minimum for a conventional loan is 5%. So big difference. And the only caveat is that you have a PMI charge on every single payment that is on your mortgage, and then once you get that 20%, that percentage goes down. So obviously that's always the goal. If you have 20%, then great, put 20%. But if you don't have 20%, then it shouldn't deter you from wanting to purchase, is kind of my point. And the other thing is a lot of people just don't want to take that big jump, and they don't want to be tied down to anything, which always kind of baffles me, because at the end of the day, if you're renting, you're paying someone else's mortgage on that property. So let's just say it's $2,000. That $2,000 goes towards nothing other than you have good rental history with your landlord if you make all your payments on time. But outside of that, you're not building anything, you're not investing anything, you're investing your money into someone else's investment, if that makes sense. So it really, and obviously I'm a real estate agent, so my personal preference is that you buy, but at the same time, I think one of my biggest issues right now is that we as realtors aren't doing our job by educating. We're not explaining what it means to buy and to sell, and how to get you from renting into buying so that it's an easy, smooth transition. How do we prepare you the best to make sure that you're saving at least enough money per month to get you to whatever that down payment is? If it is the 3.5%, how do we get you to that goal? How do we help you find and make your budget the best way so you're the most comfortable? Because if you're paying $2,000 in rent, 9 times out of 10, your mortgage is actually going to be lower than that because of everything that goes into the mortgage. Since you're paying someone else's mortgage, they're trying to make a couple bucks, right? They're trying to make a profit. So usually, they don't have that mortgage payment. It's not a wash. So, there's so many things, and education is one of my biggest passions. So I would love, if you have questions about getting out of a rental and going into something to buy, I would love to answer any questions. And get you into a rental, and then start building your confidence in order to get you to the point of being able to buy someday. So this is today's Meg's Minute on this very gloomy Monday in Chicago, and I hope it was helpful. If you have questions, go ahead and shoot me a message, and if you're watching on the replay, thank you so much, and have a great week, everybody.